Hello and welcome to Heroes in the Halfcast. I'm your host, Venka Life. I'm the Lavender Ninja.
And this is Mark Rodriguez here, also known as the Orange Ninja.
Paige Mischief, the Pink Ninja.
And finally, I'm Johnny Rodriguez, known as the Blue Ninja.
Wow, he's finally arrived.
Yay. I've been really busy, unfortunately, but I'm glad I could make it at least for this podcast, and hopefully I will have some time to make some more here and there.
Yeah, so we're finally glad to finally have Johnny on here for once, because we have been seeing, in case you're wondering who that Blue Ninja dude was in the drawings for the last couple episodes, that was Johnny's character there. And, well, this is a good chance to ask real quickly, because he's been too busy to watch most of the show and everything, but of the episodes you've seen, what have you thought of this new Nickelodeon Ninja Turtle show so far?
Oh, like, what do I think about it? I think, okay, in general, I've only seen, like, the very beginning of the first season of the show, so I can't really go forward. But what I have seen so far from my limited experiences of the show is really good. It's a little too good to be on Nickelodeon. It's, I thought the show was going to be super teeny bopperish because it's on Nickelodeon, but after you actually start watching the show, I mean, yes, the show is aimed for a teenage audience overall, but it's basically for everybody. Anybody that has been and still is a Turtle fan can still watch the show and enjoy it, and it has a lot of action, and it has some comedy here and there. The thing I like about this version of the Turtles is that I think they finally try to capture like the Turtles' like personalities a lot better. And since they're teenagers, they're also relating with a lot of teenage issues or problems people have in that time period of their lives. So it's kind of interesting to see them acting a little more like teenagers and less like adults, I would say. Like compared, like in the past version of the Turtles, either they were overly childish or sometimes they just acted too adultish because they just really, took a lot of like important like life decisions, when it comes to like facing certain obstacles or issues or whatever. So I think this version really does a good job portraying them as actual teenagers with their problems, with their wants and needs, and it's wonderful what they're doing, and I think that the art design is pretty awesome too. It's very amazing, but I don't want to go too forward because like I haven't really watched the show too much, so I just feel like if I say everything now, it's pretty much gonna be about it. So I'll just let anybody else tell what they think about the show.
Well, we basically gave our opinion so far. It's just, we're wondering what you were saying. You haven't been in this show so far. But I want to tell you a couple of things that you probably didn't know about the show. And Venka can join in too if she wants. The things that you missed out on. I don't know if you've seen enough episodes, but if you remember Chris Bradford and Sever, they've been mutated into a
Doggy Park.
Yes, a mutant dog named Dog Pound and a
Doggy
mutant
Park.
fish named Sever. I mean, Fish Face, I'm sorry.
Fishy face.
If you haven't seen those. And then Karai's in it too now. I don't know if you've seen episodes of Karai or not. And then
And it's been confirmed that Karai is actually Splinter's missing daughter.
what do you think of that, Johnny?
About Karai being Spencer's missing daughter. That's what you were saying.
Yeah, what do you think of that?
Weird. I would actually have to see the episode to see how they portrayed that in the episode. I don't know, but just hearing that's kind of weird. It's like I don't think they ever did that before with Karai, right? Like I don't know. I just feel like they always change a lot of things when it comes to Karai.
Yeah. And then other big things. I don't know if you remember that scientist, Dr. Falco, that came out one of the episodes with the monkey. Because you saw that one, remember?
Monkey brains.
No, my memory's pretty bad. I'm sorry.
Yeah, there was an evil scientist dude that came out. Remember, he could like see the turtles' movement and everything. He comes out later and he becomes the Rat King.
Oh, okay. I don't think I've seen the Rat King. I'm sorry, guys. Again, I've been missing out a lot, so you're gonna have to excuse me.
Yeah, and then for even more old news. Yeah, but for more old references, in the season finale of the first season, they actually had the Technodrome in it.
The boring.
Well, it looks weird. It was just like basically a big flying ball. It didn't look
Ball of Doom.
Yeah, it didn't have like the tank treads and the giant eyeball, but still, it's like holy crap, Technodrome,
And it didn't open in half like the one in Turtles Forever did.
And then to make things more epic, now they finally rescued April's father, but now
Finally, how long did it took them to do that?
To pretty much the last episode.
They took 24 episodes.
Yeah.
Right? That's one thing I don't like about the new show. I don't know if it's better now, but at least back then when they first started, they were kind of sloppy when it came to storytelling because you would have like April's father be kidnapped, and then like in other episodes, it looks like they totally ignore that notion that he's been kidnapped, and that they just go on with other themes. And then, like, maybe 5 episodes later, then they go back to my father's kidnapped, you gotta, look for him, and blah, blah, blah. It's like, what the hell's going on, people? I mean, how can you, just forget that your dad got kidnapped,
Well, I think they're gonna keep going with that little, whatever it's called, that habit, because that's what I think. They'll just keep going on with that habit, especially with that mutagen, and the father being mutated. Big news there, he got mutated. Sorry, I had a spoiler alert.
Yeah, so when they rescue him in the end of Season 1, and Season 2, the Turtles are fighting against the Krang in the spaceship, and the big thing is that lots and lots of mutagen bottles fell all over the city.
It's raining mutagen, hallelujah.
Okay.
Sorry, this is not a rendition of It's Raining Men, please.
Yeah.
Darn.
And then, April was there. She was like, all she was missing was her to spin around, But anyway.
And she did look, awestruck.
Wait a minute, so mutagen actually fell all over New York City? That's what happened?
Well, not the mutagen itself, but the bottles,
How did this happen, and where did the bottle fell, and what?
All over the city.
Okay, but who dropped the bottle?
The Turtles.
It was an accident. The Krang were bringing in mutagen for the Shredder to use, and the Turtles intercepted the shipment thanks to some help from April and April's father. And they got in, and at first they're all cocky, oh yeah, we got 3 Krang, we could take these guys in our sleep, and unfortunately, they don't notice the gigantic mechanical monkey behind them. And during the fight, at one point, Mikey knocks one of the Krang aside, or no, he kicks one of them. It ricochets off the Biotroid ape thing, because they call it the Biotroid, and it opens a hatch in the floor, and during the battle, the Biotroid grabs Leo, Raph, and is spinning them around really like a centrifuge, kind of, and the 2 of them end up hitting the wall. The mutagen falls out of their holders and through the hatch before anyone can get to them.
And it's raining bottles, glowing green bottles all over the city. So it's everywhere in the city.
Wow.
Well, that's what the whole season's going to be about. The whole season's going to be about them trying to get all the bottles back before stuff happens.
Oh, and you can't forget the butt cannons.
Wait a minute, so did the people got mutated, or how did that? But the people actually got mutated? Did it fell on the people? That's what I...
Yeah, one of the people who got mutated was April's father.
So far, for the first episode, the only person that got mutated was the
April's father.
April's father. So far.
So now he's a mutant bat, and he flew away. So once again, April doesn't have a father. But the big kicker is that now April is so pissed off, she doesn't want to see the Turtles again.
Dun dun dun.
Yeah, because the way Mikey explained the situation is like, yeah, we kind of mutated your dad, but it's all good.
Ah, Mikey. The greedy Mikey. You need some brain cells.
Yep. And well, that's the whole thing about season 2. And then, of course, there's other things in season 2. There's going to be, like, Casey Jones is finally going to be in the series now. And also, you remember Slash, the evil turtle from the old series?
Yeah.
He's going to come out, but guess who he's going to be first? Raphael's little pet turtle is going to get mutated into Slash.
Really?
Oh, that's interesting.
They mentioned a couple of times. Probably the second episode or, I don't know, third episode. I don't know.
Yeah, and Donnie Trejo is going to play the voice of the neutralizer. So we're going to have a mutant machete!
Machete!
Yeah. And then I forgot, that was another thing that he would be familiar with. Give me a second. What was it?
Ice Cream Kitty.
Yeah, but that's a new character.
I don't care.
There's going to be a mutant ice cream kitty, Johnny.
A cat mutates with ice cream.
What?
I know.
And it's April's cat.
Dude, let's make a cat of ice cream,
It's
man.
like, man, hey, we need more mutants for the show. We don't got enough.
Let's be
what,
freaky.
wait, what if a cat got like into ice cream and it turned into ice cream, dude?
Well, hopefully the show won't lose its direction with that. Hopefully the show will still be good.
Well, it is all about...
yeah, I remember what I was gonna say. You remember Baxter Stockman, right?
Right.
He's gonna become a fly also in this season.
Who becomes a fly? My headphones.
Baxter. Yes, I hope he has like one point where he says, "This is indeed a strange universe."
I just hope he doesn't become dumb like he did in the other series where he was just getting dumber and dumber.
Just rapidly lost his brain to the fly.
I still remember the very last episode he was in, he had the turtles captured and stuff, and like, I'll make you pay, or something, and Leonardo's like, Baxter, exactly what did we do to you? And he's like, I don't remember, but I'll make you pay anyway! And I was like, oh jeez. And by the way, all of season 1's already available on DVD, Johnny, so go buy it.
Duh, you should. You're not cool until you get the DVDs.
And the Ninja Turtles 2012 is going to have the series released on DVD and Blu-ray, I think, in November.
Oh my gosh. Blu-ray? OMG.
Oh, that's cool. Because they never had Turtles on Blu-ray.
I don't know if they, officially if they're having it on Blu-ray, but it would be cool if they did, because, you know, that's kind of like the new in thing now.
Yeah, I was gonna say everything's Blu-ray now.
Oh yeah, the real big kicker, Johnny.
Yeah, I'm really feeling old-fashioned because I still have... Well, I don't even have a DVD anymore. Well, I still do, but I don't use it, so I basically use my laptop to watch videos. So,
Johnny, I forgot almost the real big kicker for season 2.
okay, well, what happened?
Well, first of all, it wasn't as badass as we thought it was going to be. It's going to be a lot shorter than we thought, but apparently, at least for a few minutes in the show, the original 80s Turtles are going to guest star.
Why?
We don't know why. They just announced it, but they don't know why.
They just said, like, they are going to have, like, a dimensional rift, and the 80s Turtles are going to appear, and one of the highlights of that moment is that Rob Paulson will essentially be having a conversation with himself.
Yeah, and that's another thing. The original voice actors are going to be in it. That's something that Turtles Forever couldn't do. It's just disappointing, though, because when we first heard about it, we thought it was going to be like the full episode or a 2-part episode or something, but now it's like, oh, it's like a random cameo. But I guess you take what you can get.
Yeah, it would have been cool if it was like a whole episode of them, like, getting used to each other.
Yeah, because they really should have done like that Jimmy Neutron thing. I would have loved to see the Turtles turn like CGI and enter their world. And then when they go back to the 80s or something, they all get animated. That would have been so cool to see.
Yeah, and like, you're supposed to be me. I just don't see it.
Yeah. Well, they'd probably be fighting over the pizza. I don't know. they'd both be like weird and gross. Like the '80s Mikey would be like, "Whoa, dude, you haven't had pizza until you had it with like caramel fudge and jelly beans on it, dude." And the other Mikey's like, "Wow, that's a great idea. By the way, have you ever tried pizza milkshakes? Whoa, dude!" And they would have just gone along exchanging gross recipes.
Or Mikey would say like, that's nothing. You have to try with earthworms and hot sauce. Because apparently, in that song where he's making pizza, he says, add earthworms for protein.
Oh God. I remember there was an episode that dealt with a garbage dump or something, and when the episode was over, Mike wanted to go back, and April's like, "Why? Oh, I think I saw a couple of things in the dump that could go like for toppings for pizza," and everybody was like, "Oh."
Yeah, or the fact like everyone gets annoyed with when Donnie says, "Hey, I have an app for that," and or something. Whereas with 87 Dawn, it's like, hit the deck!
And then one thing we also want to point out here is, just for people that remember, of course, the Nickelodeon cartoon, the Turtles cartoon, was a result of Peter Laird selling the rights of the Turtles for good to Viacom, of course, Nickelodeon and all that. And because when you were watching Turtles Forever was basically like the last incarnation of the Turtles of all of them, the 80s, the 2003, the original Mirage. Everything was sold to Nickelodeon. Because even right now, if you buy like a reprint of the Mirage comics or whatever, or like those Turtle toys based in the 80s, which by the way they are reselling those, it'll still have the Nickelodeon label on it and stuff like that. So anyways, they sold it off. Viacom paid, let me see here, $60 million in October of 2009 to buy the franchise. And now we're getting that after having this show and everything for a year, and you know all the merchandising, the comics, the cartoons, the action figures, etc. They've actually earned $475 million in global retail sales. So they more than made their money back when they bought the Turtles franchise.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, they don't do that over there where you are, Johnny. But in other places, they do have a tradition where when it's like spring cleaning time, some people leave their furniture or other junk that they don't care about, just out there. They put a sign so you know that's free, so you can just basically grab it and take it. So,
well, it's spring cleanup day, like it's for the trash, and people just leave whatever out. You can actually leave fridges, couches, and the garbage people will take it away. And literally people will just go around and take your stuff.
So like, go my sons, go and get a good couch.
Yeah, it has a few urine stains, but who cares? We live in a sewer, we didn't say we were sanitary.
Well, I guess that's probably it for now. I'm not sure what any other thoughts you might have on the series as a whole, Mr. Johnny, unless you catch up on it. Any last thoughts or comments you want to say on the new Nickelodeon show or Turtles in general?
Basically, I think other than some of the weird things they're gonna bring out in the newer season, I still think that if they go within the same direction they have been going so far, I think the show will be good. It's very positive. It has lasted longer than most of some of the new shows, So I think they will last for a couple of years, and even though it sucks that they're going to have that horrible Turtle movie, at least it indicates that the Turtles are popular enough to have a bad movie. So, I think it's a good thing, and let's just see what happens.
Yep, but we'll see what happens. Well, so far we do know that they already have a third season in the works, so that's already, there'll be Turtles to come.
Yeah, and like Don Laforia, Green Ninja, recently did a review of the most recent Turtles episode.
The Squirtlenoids, or which one?
The Squirrelinoids, yes.
Oh, I haven't seen it yet, so yeah, I'll be sure to watch it.
Yeah, she commented a lot of like the inconsistency, like how now that April is no longer talking to the Turtles, she kind of expected Donnie to be withdrawn or kind of depressed or kind of sad, and yeah, we know this series has a bad habit of bringing in one plot point and then forgetting about it for several episodes until it's relevant to the plot. But like I pointed out in our last show, the Invasion of the Squirrelnoids was actually the third episode of the season, not the second one. They just issued it as the second one because of the holiday that is coming next week.
Oh yeah, there's another thing I wanted to mention, Venka. They never seem to fix that though, because I was looking at the DVD because we did buy the Ultimate Showdown 1 DVD plug that came with a free Shredder figure if you buy it in Toys R Us plug, and I was looking at the episode listed and they still have like Parasitica first and then Pulverizer Returns, even though the episodes were like backwards. So I don't know if they're gonna fix that. When they ever release season 2 on DVD, they might still have Squirrelnoids first and whatever episode 3 will be about next or something.
I think they kind of released it as showing order, not production order. I could be wrong. Because the mentality of the first of Parasiticus feels like it should have gone before Pulverizer Returns.
But it is weird though. So I guess, like you said, it's gonna be showing order instead of like the production order, which is gonna be weird. I guess I wish it would not do that though. That's kind of weird.
So that means like next week is actually episode 2, or the next new episode is actually the real episode 2. Then maybe we might see Donatello depressed, or they probably would keep that under wraps until he finally blows up. Because they might want to draw that out as much as possible.
I guess. Or they'll just do like he forgets about it. April's an episode. Oh yeah, now he's all sad and upset and blah blah. Because I still think, even with the episode rearranged thing, episode 3 is still too soon for him to just be completely over it. There should have been like at least like a little scene of him like looking sad. He has a photo of April. Oh what? Oh yeah, we gotta capture the squirrels. Yeah, something, at least something. That's not something.
Or maybe something happens in the actual episode 2, because remember in the beginning Leonardo does say, remember this could be another trap, and I don't think the attack of the Biotroid was the trap he was talking about.
Yeah, so we'll just have to see what happens.
So it's possible Donnie could have been distracted with his depression for April that results in whatever happens in episode 3 / actual episode 2, and then he's choosing to ignore what his feelings or whatever because they aren't relevant to the plot, and they'll blow up again later.
It just makes you so curious what we missed out on. That's so weird.
Either that, or maybe he has a moment where one of his brothers does actually come up and say, like, hey, are you okay, or whatnot, and he's like, fine, I'm fine, like, because he just doesn't want his brothers to worry about him.
Well, we'll be waiting to see what happens with this rest of the season. We'll see what's going on. And, well, for right now, we'll probably take a little break for you guys to catch some pizza and everything. And, well, any last words to say, Johnny, before you leave us today?
Basically, no, I think I said what I had to say. I don't know what else I can really add. I would actually have to buy the first season set of DVD, perhaps, to get a little more in-depth idea of what's really going on with the show. So I just think that it's good that the Turtles are back in style, and I think that it's also doing a good job because it's on the Nickelodeon. It's a popular channel. Lots of people watch it, and I think it makes their channel look good too. Because, like, to be honest, there's a lot of shows that are pretty much on Nickelodeon, and I think Turtles is probably one of the few shows that actually make people watch Nickelodeon. My opinion.
So we'll take a quick break, guys, and then once we come back, we'll discuss the episodes The Gauntlet and Panic in the Sewers. See y'all next time, and thanks for joining us, Johnny.
Alright, hasta la vista, baby.